Hey, Emma, how are you?
Thanks for asking. I'm still buzzed about the movie Encanto that is released recently. I feel it's going to be an opportunity of our lifetime to explain such a wonderful movie.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Sure, come on.
Alma Madrigal loses her husband named Pedro to become a widow at a young age, as she runs away from her house during an armed conflict. She was also successful to save her triplet children who are named Julieta, Pepa, and Bruno.
As Alma runs away, she carries with her a candle which suddenly becomes magical, which destroys all her enemies, and with the candle's magic, she is able to create a home for her called Castillo, in the beautiful place called Encanto.
Every member of the Madrigal family gets an extraordinary superpower with the help of the magic candle, and they use these superpowers to help extended family of Madrigals and the villagers. One sad thing to mention here, as one of the granddaughter called Mirabelle, who is the main character of the film, does not get any superpower, which makes her depressed. However, her mother keeps telling her that she is special and can do wonderful things as well. All members of the Madrigal family treat Mirabelle inferiorly, and this further causes trauma to Mirabelle.
Bruno, the son of Alma, has the ability of extrasensory perception and keeps telling things that bring conflict among the Madrigal family very often.
A few days later, during a party to celebrate Pepa's son Antonio's ability to speak to animals, Mirabelle suddenly discovers that the house casita is cracking. She tells all the members that the house is cracking, but no one listens to her, and all of them rubbish her complaint as they see no crack in the house. However, Mirabelle is determined to save the home casita. Mirabelle sets out to fix the casita herself. She goes around to find out the reason and starts inquiring all the family members. She meets cousins who help her find a way to fix it and discovers that she's got a knack for fixing things. In the meantime, her older sister Luisa, who has super strength, says they can get any clue in Bruno's room.
Her older sister Luisa, who possesses superhuman strength, suggests that Bruno's room may hold some clues to the phenomenon, surface pressure. After getting the clue from her sister, Mirabelle plans to go to Bruno's place. There, Mirabelle sees a cave of sand, and where she jumps inside the cave, and keeps going and going deep into the cave and lands in the middle, where she sees some pieces of a slab of opaque jade glass, which, when repaired, constitute an image supposedly showing her own picture with the casita broken and falling apart. After Mirabelle leaves the cave, she discovers that the superpowers of her family members are starting to weaken. During the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, Mirabelle discusses this with her father, who says her to keep it a secret, but her cousin named Dolores, who has hearing superpower, hears the secret.
In the next scene, we see an engagement party of Mirabelle's elder sister Isabella with neighboring village resident Mariano Guzman. Mirabelle's cousin Dolores, who has godlike hearing, concedes to hearing Mirabelle talking with her dad about Bruno's vision. Mariano Guzman's proposal of love gets destroyed when the casita indeed starts to break, causing Pepa, whose feelings control the climate, to evoke a rainstorm, much to everybody's shock. Isabella then blames Mirabelle for everything, despite the latter denying any involvement in the misadventure.
In the middle of everything, Mirabelle suddenly gets a glimpse of a mystery man whom she chases through a hidden passage in the photo frames placed on the walls, and discovers that it was none other than Bruno, who had never left their house and lived behind the walls, seeing everything that happened in the house because he still loves his family. Mirabelle gets well along Bruno and forces him to make predictions again and continue where he left. They both reach Antonio's room. Bruno makes another vision, which shows the casita breaking down again and a picture of Mirabelle embracing Isabella, after which thing will be all right. Mirabelle decides to go to Isabella and apologizes her for everything. However, she gets to know Isabella's burden of being perfect, and also she didn't want to get married Mariano Guzman. Then both the sisters reunite, hug each other, but nothing happens following a song reconcile. What else can I do? On the other hand, Alma observes Mirabelle's actions and criticizes her for all the family's bad luck. Mirabelle then finally snaps at Alma, saying how everything was because of her for making everyone do things her way.
Immediately after the argument, a gigantic force destroys the casita, causing havoc like an earthquake, while the magical candle gets slowly extinguished despite Mirabel's futile effort to save it. As a result, all the superpowers of each and every madrigal vanishes.
Saddened by the situation, Mirabel sits crying near the where Pedro died. Alma arrives and says that it was her own fault to pressure the family members, forgetting that the real gift given was not the powers but the family itself, dos oruguitas. Here a background story runs as how her husband was killed, and she go the candle the build the casita. Both hug each other and get back Bruno.
The madrigals unite and rebuild the casita, to which all the villagers help. As the new casita is completed and Mirabel places the last doorknob, the casita gets back to life and all the superpowers of the madrigals and magic returns.
This brings us the ending of the movie, with the madrigals taking a family picture with Mirabel and Bruno for the first time.